Brothers and sisters, morning. As I'm shooting this video, things are, alhamdulillah, getting back to normal in the UAE, slowly and deliberately. As offices and commercial establishments are reverting to the pre-COVID working model, leaders will have to quickly move from a reacting mode to a planning and reinventing mode. The strategic plan set at the end of 2019 will have to be revisited and redrafted based on the uncertainties and their implications. They'll have to quickly define new destinations, make a series of new choices, and then run short sprints to advance. Now, here are some strategic tools that you can use to move from the fight zone to the future zone. Now, our research shows us that liquidity management, cost optimization, digitization, and specialization are some of the strategies that you could use. But don't take our word for it. Use these strategic replanning tools to gather your own insights and take mindful decisions.
We should be looking at strategizing along three unique perspectives: customer, financial, as well as risk. Let's start with the financial perspective. While you may be measuring performance of key products, services, and cost centers in terms of indicators like performance against budget, profit, return on assets, etc., we exhort you to carry out an extensive cost payoff analysis for each of your key projects, products, activities, and cost centers. Now, how do you do that? List each of the above and calculate costs. Now, this could be in terms of time, materials, rent, expenses, etc., as well as the outcomes in terms of revenue, cost savings, etc. Now, once you get this list, you classify them under the following headings, which is low cost, low payoff, low cost, high payoff, high cost, low payoff, and high cost, high payoff. While you may definitely want to retain the low cost, high payoff item on the list, diligently and repeatedly ask yourselves whether you would want to trim down activities and projects under the other headings. This will allow you to take objective decisions on what to continue and what to stop doing. We now come to the risk management perspective, so we strongly advise you to do a scenario options analysis. Now, this could be run as a design thinking workshop, similar to a design thinking workshops where you bring all your stakeholders together, split them into teams, and ask each team to brainstorm possible futures for the organization based on the changes that are happening outside. So every team comes up with possible futures, the changes that could be happening around, the kind of organization that you have to become to leverage these changes and thrive, responses, specific responses to handle the change, and extremely important, early warning signs to understand the change that is happening. Now, once the possible futures are listed, get the team to vote on the top 3 or top 5 ones and be ready with the responses. Under risk management, we also strongly advise the concentration of effort analysis. This allows you to take a call as to whether you would want to continue operating in every segment that you are in currently, or would you want to evolve into a more niche player? So the first question that you need to honestly ask is, what is our uniqueness? You can ask questions like, what is it about this organization that makes us unique? What aspects of this uniqueness are interesting to our current as well as potential customers? What can we do that our competitors cannot? And what are our strengths? Now, once you get these insights, then boldly ask the question, what business do we want? Let's forget the past. Let's forget the successes of the past. Let's forget the pitfalls we had to face in the past, but let's look at the future. What represents the greatest chance of success? And given our strengths, what are the opportunities that we could take advantage of? And then leaders should boldly take a call as to whether they should move out and change. A good example would be to embrace a complete digital model where your business can thrive even if everybody is sitting in the confines of their homes. We now come to customer-driven strategies, extremely important. We exhort you to list your existing customer segments or key customers, if that's the way you operate. Look at the total value that they've given you in the last 12 months, and then anticipate the likely growth in the next 12 months. Once you've done that, ask these extremely important questions. If there's a shortfall, how are we going to make up for it? Can we entice our customers to buy more? Or can we look at acquiring new customers? Very important question, because competitors are going to be quite active trying to steal these customers away from you. So how are you going to retain these customers? How do I deepen my relationship? How can I empathize better to understand their unmet needs? And what do we have to do to get them to stay loyal? You also look at potential customers. Now, these could be the customers for the products and services you provide who are buying from your competitors. So you have to look at the attractiveness of the competitor. Why are they flocking to your competitor when you have the same products and services? What could you do? And what is the value that these customers could bring in the next 12 months? Another important question, you also look at customers that you could have if you develop your business in a different direction. Of course, it has to be close to the current model, but if you could move in a slightly different manner, are there customers to be gained? And what is the value that they could bring in? What is the investment that you require to step out in that direction? And what is the likelihood of success? And it is also quite important to look at your competitors very closely. As they say, keep your friends close and keep your enemies even closer. So list your competitors down, look at the market share that they have, the products and services that they have, and ask this question: what makes them attractive? And what gives them the price advantage that they have currently? And very important, what are they likely to do next? Because you don't want them to steal your customers away. You could also look at potential competitors, because people could just come into your industry and then take all your customers away. So you need to understand the likelihood of them entering the market. What approach might they take to entice your customers, and the degree of threat that they pose. So these studies will definitely help you to have a comprehensive view of what's happening around you, so that you can be better prepared to leverage and thrive.
Well, one thing is certain, leaders have to be much more adaptive from now on. As Conferry puts it, A for anticipation and quick judgments. D for the drive to energize and re-energize people. A to accelerate innovation. P to partner across organizational boundaries. And T to trust diverse perspectives. So we wish you, adaptive leaders, the very best. Keep fighting.